Hello students, this is class 10 economics chapter 4 globalization and the Indian economy. As a consumer in today's world, some of us have a wide choice of goods and services before us. The latest model of digital cameras, mobile phones and televisions made by the leading manufacturers of the world are within our reach. What is the reason behind that? We'll see. In a matter of years, our market have been transformed. What does it mean? Before years and before hundred of years, we might have seen there were no goods and services which are having now we enjoy today. So what does it matters? How do we understand these rapid transformations? What are the factors behind bringing out these changes? How are the changes affecting the lives of the people? In this lesson, we'll see this detail. Production across countries. Until the middle of 20th century, production was largely organized with countries. What crossed the boundaries of these countries were raw materials, foodstuffs, and finished products. Trade was the main channel connecting distant countries. This was before large companies called multinational companies. What are multinational companies? We might have seen many companies in and around our environment or in and around our city. You might have come across many companies operated by foreign countries which has been laid in our nation. Multinational companies, MNC, which is multinational company, is a company that owns or controls production in more than one nation. MNCs set up offices and factories for production in regions where they can get cheap labor and other resources. This is done so that the cost of production is low and MNCs can earn greater profit. So MNCs are laid in our nation and they are operated by foreign countries. Why they are being laid here? Because they wanted a greater income and a greater profit by or with a low production cost of production. So MNCs, they will concentrate on goods and they used to set up their factories and companies where they get labors for low of cost, raw materials, everything for low of cost, and they expect more in profit. For example, when we take a mobile phone, okay, a mobile phone which is designed in USA, the components are ordered and they are designed in China and assembled in Mexico, and their customer care services laid in India. So MNC, they have their contribution all over the world by setting up their factories all over the world. They do not concentrate only in a particular area. They concentrate all over the world. This is called globalization. The goods and services are produced globally. Production is organized is increasing in complex way. All this probably can mean 50 to 60% of cost saving for the MNC. MNC set up production where it is close to market, where there are skilled and unskilled laborers available at low cost. Availability of other factors of production is assured. So MNC concentrate on low production cost and higher income. The money that is spent by assets such as land, building, machines and other equipment is called investment. So investment is what MNC they do as a initiative process. The investment made by MNC, which is controlled and operated from foreign, are known as foreign investment. Local companies of these countries, the benefit of the local company of such joint production is twofold here. First, MNC can provide money for additional investment like buying new machines for faster production, sending. Second, MNC might bring them in latest technology for production. What they do is they used to invest money for buying new machineries or land or even a mobile asset. But the second thing they concentrate is they bring new technologies which will be even more faster for production and for transformation. This is what MNC do. There is a way in which MNC control production. Large MNC is developed. In fact, many of the top MNC countries are becoming a major part for the development of a country. There's another way in which MNC control production. Large of the MNC in developed country place order for production with small producer. Why they concentrate on small producer? They give an opportunity for the small traders to reach to the other country. Their products reach globally. They brings an opportunity. The productions are supplied to the MNCs, which then sell these under their own brand names. So what they do is they get the products from the local traders and local producers. They sell it globally with their product and their brand names. So they reach to the other part of the country. As a result, production in these widely dispersed locations is getting interlinked. So they interlink a country with other neighboring countries or to the other extent of the country. So we'll see foreign trade and integration of markets. Foreign trade has been the main channel connection in between many countries. Foreign trade, for example, when you take India before independence, hope everyone knows East India Company in India, which was concentrated by Britons, and products which were taken from India to their country. So, what is then the basic function of foreign trade? Foreign trade provides opportunity for the producer beyond the domestic markets. Producers can sell their products not only the market located within the country, but they can also compete in market located in other countries of the world. Similarly, for the buyers, import of goods produced in another country is one way of expanding the choice of goods beyond what is domestically produced. So from here we understand that products which are produced locally reaches globally, and goods travel from one market to another market. Foreign trade thus result in connecting the market or integration of markets in different countries. Now, what is globalization? MNCs have been looking for locations around the world which would be cheap for their production. Foreign trade is also controlled by MNCs. It also exports many products as a part of a development of a country. Exporting products and factories around the world, activities are concentrated as a part of economic development of a country. MNCs involve substantial trade in goods and also services. Globalization is the process of rapid integration or interconnection between countries. More and more goods and services, investments and technologies are moving between countries. Beside the movements of goods, service, investments and technology, there is one more way in which countries can be connected. This is through the movement of the people between countries. People usually move from one country to another in search of better income, better job, and better education. In the past few decades, however, there has not been much increase in movement of the people between countries due to various restrictions. Factors that have enabled globalization: one is technology, second is information and communication technology. We would be aware computers have now and have become the entire most powerful component of every individual in everyday day-to-day life. As a part of a computer, we know internet plays a vital role in making the computer live. Now let us get into the concept of liberalization of foreign trade and foreign investment policy. Let us see an example of toys that is made in abroad which is sold in India for cheap in price. By doing so, or by the trade takes place, the product which we have in our country becomes less in consuming. So people like the foreign goods because of its attraction, because of its durability, and other things which may people get attracted to. So by this, our country's economic and our country's products are not being sold. So what government has taken a and action is the buyers will have to pay higher price on imported toys. So, government has taken an action. Tax on imports is an example of trade barrier. So, barrier it is called because some restriction has been set up. Government can use trade barriers to increase and decrease foreign trade and to decide what kind of goods and how much of each should come into the country. This is mainly concentrated to support the local traders and the local goods which is produced and which is being sold inside the country. Later, after 1950s and 1960s, competition have taken place. So, government has removed some restrictions. Removing barriers or restriction set up by the government is what known as liberalization. With this liberalization, many business were taken and concentrated in our country, and many MNCs have invested and many companies have so far laid in our country, and our country has gained its economic development. So, World Trade Organization. So, what is the work of a World Trade Organization? World Trade Organization says that all barriers to the foreign trade and investments are harmful. There should be no barriers. Trade between countries should be free. All countries in the world should liberalize their policies. So, according to the World Trade Organization, setting of barriers for trade is no more in a useful manner. Though WTO was supposed to allow free trade and for all, in practice it is seen that the developed countries have unfairly retained trade barriers. On the other hand, W Trade Organization rules have forced the development and developing countries to remove trade barriers. So, impacts of globalization in India. So, we'll see what is the impact our India has faced. Globalization and greater competition among producers, both local and foreign producers, has been an advantage to consumers. How this become an advantage? People enjoy the products which has been produced in other country. By using and by consuming that, people's standard of living has increased than comparing to their earlier life. Once they consume the imported goods and once they consume the well branded goods, their standard of living increases. MNCs have increased its investments in India. They concentrate on products like cell phones, automobiles, electronics, soft drinks, fast food, and services such as banking in urban areas. So, but with these implementations, the local government as well as our country has increased its employment opportunity to the persons in our country. All local companies supplying raw materials to these industries have also been prosperous. Second, they give an opportunity for the companies to grow in a rapid way. Companies they invest in newer technologies and increase the production and raise their production standards. Some gained from successful collaborations with foreign companies. Moreover, globalization has enabled some large Indian companies to emerge as multinational themselves, like motor companies, Infosys, Ranbaxy, Asian Paints, and more and more. Globalization has also created new opportunities for companies providing services, particularly those involving IT. So, IT is also an important company or booming industry in India. Struggle for a fair globalization. So far we have seen many evidences and many points how globalization help in improving, developing the country. Even though the development are in a positive way, there are some negatives with the globalization. Many people with education, skill and wealth have made the best use of new opportunities. On the other hand, there are many who have not shared the benefit. Since globalization is now a reality, the question is how to make globalization more fair. So this is how people make use of opportunities, and on the other hand, poor people they are unaware of many opportunities which the MNCs creates for the people. The government can play a major role in marketing, making that possible. It is its policies must protect the interests not only the rich and the powerful but all people in the country. Government plays a major role in making the globalization fair. So here it ensures the labor laws properly implemented and the workers get their rights. It can support small producers to improve their performance till the time they become strong enough to compete if necessary. The government can use trade and investment barriers. It also negotiate at the WTO, that is World Trade Organization, for fair rules. It can also align with other developing countries with similar interest to fight against the developed countries in the World Trade Organization. So in this chapter we have seen what is globalization, what is the main concept of MNC, who are MNCs, and what is their main concentration and production, how a company or a country being developed through MNC. Technology, particularly IT, has played a very big role in organization production across countries. So liberalization of barriers and what WTO has a rules and what is their policy. While globalization has benefited well of consumers and also producers with skill, education and wealth, many small producers and workers have suffered as a result of rising competition. Fair globalization would create opportunities for all and also ensure that the benefit of globalization are shared better. So children, hope you understood the lesson. Thank you for watching.